Thank you for joining me today. It's Sandra at Arty Cardare back with another project. Today my project is this lovely little box. Let me tell you, the dimensions are 7 1/4 inches, which is 18.5 centimetres. It's 2 1/2 inches width, which is 6.5 centimetres, and the depth is 4 centimetres or 1 1/2 inches. And I've specifically made this box to fit these lovely little Christmas tags that I've made. Now I made these, and I'm going to show you another day how to make these little tags, because I think they're really quite cute. I've used this beautiful ribbon on them. You get 2 rolls in a pack, real red and garden green. It's 1/8 of an inch striped ribbon, which I think is perfect for these little tags. So these little tags are different because they are 3-dimensional. You make them and you layer them up on each other, and then when you make them, you leave them laying flat so that you can keep them in a box nice and flat, they don't get damaged. And I've done it so that you lay them so that the ribbon doesn't get all squashed and crushed in the box. So they lay nicely. You can fit 18 of these tags in here, which is a lot of tags, because I like making lots of things when I make things, because I just love making things. So I wanted this box to be deep so that it would hold a lot of tags, because 6 tags, to me, I would use those in a few minutes, and then I'd have none left and I'd be sad about that. So these tags, as I said, are 3-dimensional. You make them flat, and then when you want to write on them to send them to someone for Christmas, you lift up each side like that. Just pinch with your forefinger and thumb, and then you have got a beautiful little 3-dimensional tag, which I think is very unusual. You've also got the white part of the tag underneath to write your greeting to someone, so I think they're just lovely. So today we're actually just going to make the box, and on another day I will show you how to do the tags. I've also stamped these lovely little trees, which comes from the Festival of Trees stamp set. So we're going to get started on that project now, so I'll put that to one side. I'm going to bring in my scoring board, and I've got 2 pieces of card that are already cut. This red one, which is for the base of the box, measures 10 1/2 by 5 1/2, and that's 26.5 centimetres by 14 centimetres. And on the blog I'm going to put the inches measurements and the centimetres measurements, so there's no need to write anything down, it will all be on my blog. And this piece, which is for the lid of the box, measures 9 5/16 by 4 9/16. That's 24.5 centimetres by 11.5 centimetres. So we're going to get started on the base, and we're going to score that on all 4 sides. Let me get my tool. We're going to score it on all 4 sides at 1 1/2 inches, which is 4 centimetres. So you just turn it round and score it at 1 1/2 inches on all the 4 sides. So that couldn't really be easier. So that's the last side done. So we're going to put that to one side, and we're going to score our lid while we've got the board out. And the lid is scored on all 4 sides at 1 inch, which is 2.5 centimetres. So that couldn't be easier either. Just keep turning it round and scoring it at 1 inch. There we are. These are this box is so easy to make, and so are the tags, and I think it's just a lovely little project. So we're going to put the board away now, and then we're going to get on with the box. So we'll start with the base, and we'll fold and burnish our score lines along here. And I've done this in real red cardstock, and this lid is done in very vanilla, because I think that red and cream together are lovely, just lovely. Sorry, I'm folding it the wrong way. Right, so that's those done. So we're going to start by cutting the base. So we cut up, and we're going to notch a little bit out like that, because we want our box to sit together nicely. So we go along and we cut up and we notch it in. Around all four sides. Notching out. This notching in just stops these little corners from sticking up. You get a much nicer, neater finish to your box. So we'll get rid of those bits in the bin. And now today I'm going to use my fast fuse, because it's much quicker for videoing, but you can use tear and tape, or you can use sticky strip, whichever you prefer. So we're going to go along and put our fast fuse along all the edges, and I like to do, oh, it's getting stuck up. I like to do two little lines, because I like that edge there. It's playing me up today. Huh. Right, no, one more to do. I like to do it on that end tab. If you do it on that end tab there, you get a much neater finish to the inside of your box. So now we're just going to literally put this together. It's so easy, it couldn't be easier. Made in just a few minutes, and you've got this lovely box for your tags to go into. So there we have it, that's the base done, and that's it, that's nice and finished. So for the lid, before we start putting the lid together, we want to put these lovely trees on there. So what I've done, I've prepped up my block, and I've stuck 3 of the trees from this stamp set Festival of Trees. You get lots of different trees in the stamp set, and I've just prepped 3 of them up onto my block. Any ones you fancy, you can put on the block. And I've done 3, so you stamp all 3 together, so I think it makes it quicker and easier. So we're going to ink up, this is garden green ink, and we're going to ink up our trees. Make sure that's nicely inked up, that looks good to me. I'll try not to get my head in the camera view. So I just positioned them so that they would be about in the middle. So down and up, and there we have 3 lovely trees. So we'll put that block, so now the trees need to have some little baubles or a little garland. So I'm going to get my real red ink and getting out I'm going to start with the baubles, I think. So this puts little baubles, this little stamp. So fix that to the block, ink it up with my red ink, and then I'm just going to move it closer so I can see what I'm doing, but you just position it over the tree, press down and up, and there you are, you've got those cute little red baubles on your tree. So at the two ends I'm going to put baubles like that, and then where's my cleaning pad? Just get that in, excuse me, put it back. So I'm taking the baubles stamp off the block, and I'm now going to put the little garland on. So sit that back in there, take the little garland off like that. So cute, these little trees. I just love this set. I keep using it for so many projects. So I'll just bring it so I can see what I'm doing. Press it down and up, and there you can see you've put your little garland on there. So now I'm going to put the little words, and all of these stamps are in the same set. You've got your little words here, so we're going to take that off of there. I'll put that away in a moment. So I'm going to put a merry little wish, that says, a merry little wish. So getting the green ink back in, I'm going to stamp that in this left hand corner. So press down and up, and then I'll clean that off, and we're going to get the other little sentiment that says, for lots of joy at Christmas. Sit that on there. Sorry, just making sure this is straight on the block. I don't want it to be wobbly. Oh, can't get it right today. Oh, it's not playing ball. I think that's about right now. Yep. So, ink it up and down into the little corner here and up, and I think that looks really good. So we'll get rid of the inks. We've finished with those. That to one side. So now we're going to cut up our box. So it was the same as before. You just cut up these four corners and just do a little slight notching in, just to make it nice and neat. Notching in down this side. Get rid of those bits. Right, and so back in with the fast views on all the corners again. Last corner. Right then. So it's the same as before, you just go round, and it's so easy to just get the corners in like that. And that's nice and neat. And so that's the lid done, and doesn't that look so sweet? And you've kept it flat, so you would put your tags in, close the box. It's a lovely, lovely fitting box, fits perfectly. So you could put ribbon round it if you wanted to, but if I was putting it in a drawer or cupboard, I'd like it just left as it is. But like I said, on another day I'm going to show you how to make the little tags that go inside it. You don't have to put tags inside this little box. You could put any gift that you wanted to give to someone for Christmas. It would make a nice decorative table decoration. That's up to you. But I think this is a lovely project, and I'll be back in a few days' time to show you how to make the tags. So don't forget about my great Christmas cracker giveaway. You spend £50 in my online shop to be entered into a prize draw, and you will receive a box of 6 mini crackers, all filled with lovely gifts. So don't forget to enter that if you would like to. If you'd like to see the project details, please go to my blog at sandrararticardair.blogspot.com. Thank you for joining me today, and until the next project,